What is sportsmanship?
Massive drama.
I was having a shit.
Is that clock? I haven't been this disappointed as in Shrek 2.
Kimmy, what was wrong with you?
Everything. How'd you do it?
Big balls.
Hey guys, welcome back to the series. Week number 30. We've only got 8 this week. When Gran Turismo content is definitely slowing down, but that's okay. Forza Motorsport is pretty soon coming. So, getting started, Mr. Pineapple, a little bit of a nudge on the Supra there. So not entirely innocent.
I'm here to talk to you about road rage.
Cut me off, will ya? Yeah.
Look familiar? It should. Anger is what makes America great. But you must find the proper outlet for your rage.
So it wasn't intentional for Mr. Pineapple, but still, he has enraged the Supra. And now he's going to be catching up to the Supra, going into the final braking zone. And both of them are going to go off. He's going to, I suppose, take one for the team. And then coming up to the first corner.
So when you go out for a drive, remember to leave your murderous anger where it belongs. At home.
And then next up at 7, we have got another clip from Road Atlanta, this time with JSR in the Ferrari. So a couple of guys going off, or one going off there, and then all three of them getting involved with each other. A little bit of contact from Michi there behind. And he's going to luck out a bit here. This is a tale of how I went from 8th to whatever position he's going to end up in. That could be the title of his video. But he's coming up to the S's now. A little bit slow from the Subaru, a bit of contact all around. We're going to fast forward a bit. The Subaru is not going to be too happy about that. Going to go for an almighty punt and gift 2 positions to JSR there. So how I went from 8th to 4th. And then we have got the Subaru taking someone else out here. I feel like I've seen this guy's name before. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he actually had a clip featured here. But he's going to quit the race either way. And then next at 6, we're going to be jumping to Spa with Shadow. Going to be riding on board with the chap behind him. Half-second penalty from Shadow from the traditional cut up Eau Rouge. But coming into the right-hander here, going to be a tiny bit of contact from the Renault. Coming right up, there you go. And then a bit more contact as he gets a bit overzealous. And that's going to end up sending himself into the wall. And Shadow's nowhere to be seen, because he actually survived that. Unfortunately for the Renault, he's going to be all the way down into 11th by the end of this.
Instant replay, please.
So riding on board here again with Shadow, let's have a look at how this went from his perspective.
What the hell did you do to him, man? I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy.
And then coming in at number 5 this week, we have got Speedman CM. Here at Interlagos, as we have a bit of an error from the Supra. This was a very highly rated lobby, which made this even more perplexing. So as we come into the first corner, the Ford GT is catching up to the Supra, obviously because of that speed lost. And then I don't know if he just misjudged that and just went straight into the Ford and took himself out. But the Ford may be upset about that.
What have I done?
But he didn't do anything on purpose, I don't think. But the result of that is now that Speedman is catching up. And a little cheeky overtake there, tiny bit of contact. And again we're going to have what I think is a bit of a misjudgment again, because I don't know if he was trying to get into slipstream or what, but he's going to send him off.
What have I done again?
However, he has stopped on the road there. Both of them have stopped actually. Possibly with a bit of remorse. Can't believe what's happened in this half a lap. But he's going to end up quitting the race because just perplexed by what happened. And then next up at 4, we're moving to, is it Deep Forest? I think it is. It was a pretty chaotic race from the clips that I saw submitted, and I think it might actually still be going right now as I record this race. But starting in 11th place here, this is always a chaotic section of the track, especially in these Group 3s. As just cars going all over the place, and he is up into 6th place. But if you think that went well, let's see how it went for the guy starting in 13th in the Mazda. So a little bit of contact with the car in front of him, but no one lost any positions there, so we carry on as normal. However, as we just saw, there's going to be a bit of carnage coming up, so he's actually in prime position to capitalize on all of this. There's a little bit of lag happening there. I don't know, maybe there was contact with someone, but I'm not entirely sure. However, he is going to be up into 5th, and that is what I am sure of. So that is 13th to 5th in no time at all. That went perfectly for him. And then starting the top 3, back to Road Atlanta, this time in the Corollas. This chap needs to practice his ramming a bit better, because there were some definite glaring errors here as he sends himself off at the first corner. Does unfortunately send the other chap off, but now he's in 14th, going to punt his way to 13th. You know how all important 13th out of 15 is. However, he has picked up a 4.5 second penalty, and that is a disastrous attempt at trying to swerve into someone, and he still has that penalty to serve. So the very guy that he just shoved off is now going to overtake him, so that was absolutely for nothing, and he did actually end up last. And then just missing the number 1 spot, we've got Big Bad John back on Deep Forest. This chap started in 2nd. I don't know what was going on in his mind. Maybe he handed the controller to his younger brother, but this is not how you want to start when you've had such a great starting position. Going to punt his way to 1st, but very quickly going to end up losing more positions than he gained. So coming up to that, the treacherous little complex of corners, he's losing positions all over the place here, gaining one there, gaining another one, and then very quickly losing that and some more. So by the end of this, he's going to lose 6 places. That is not how you start the race when you are looking at a certain chance at a podium, but that is the way he started this race. And then number 1, we're going back to Spa. I'm just going to fast forward through this first lap just to show that this was pretty much unprovoked, unless there was something in a previous race. I do not know. It's going to be a tiny bit of contact right there, but it was, it didn't affect anything. So I don't know really what's going on in this guy's head, but as you can see, he's having a very, very comfortable time in the lead on lap 1. There's a few guys behind, but there's a bit of a gap. So as we start lap 2, I think a switch has just flipped in his head. That, or he just really doesn't like being followed closely, and if that's the case, he's playing the wrong genre of games. So he's going to brake check for literally no reason, but that's not enough, because we're going to brake check again, and he's going to end up crashing into the wall there. From 1st to, at the end of this, a lot worse than 1st. That was self-inflicted. He's got no one else to blame for that. He's going to be down into 12th by the end of this. Absolutely disgraceful. So yeah guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, go and leave a like. If you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.